The following is an exclusive presentation of Jesup Broadcasting, the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
World famous. The world famous Butch and Bob Show.
Well, Merry Christmas, everyone. You're listening to the Big Dog, WIFO FM in Jesup, 105.5 on your FM dial, Big Dog Country Radio. Here we are on this Monday morning, 23rd day of December. World-famous Butch and Bob Show with me, Butch Hubbard, along with Bob Morgan, brought to you by Nips Car Wash, located on Highway 301 South, just past McDonald's on the left, and by Murphy Builder Supply, located on Northeast Broad Street in downtown Jesup, right down from the Big Red Caboose. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning.
Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
How are you doing?
Disappointed Steelers didn't do well yesterday.
No, they did not, Bob. They did not do well at all.
Don't make the playoffs. No quarterback. So,
Well, you mentioned that the other day, the fact that you had no high hopes for him because Big Ben's on the bench.
Yeah, need Big Ben back.
Yeah, well, there's always next year, Bob.
Always next year. He looks bad on the side. Looks like a hobo.
He looks like a hobo?
Yeah, says he's not going to shave until after the season, but he looks rough.
Looks rough. Okay. Well, I guess he's feeling rough, looking rough.
Somebody said it best. Looks like that character on that Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, that Cornelius.
Oh, does he? Looks like Cornelius?
And all that.
All that scruff?
All that scruff.
Yeah. All over, huh? He's not even shaping it up, huh? No, he's just letting it grow wild and free.
Looks bad.
I'm letting my beard grow wild and free.
I just need him back next year. So I have no quarterback right now, so it's sad. Defense is playing lights out. I mean, you hold a team less than 17 points the last 5 weeks, you should have won all 5 games, but they have no offense, can't score. So
well, it's kind of like Georgia Southern on Saturday. Here they are with that high-powered offense. They go down there and take on Freeze in the game from Liberty, and they just shut down Georgia Southern's offense. You figured that Georgia Southern would try to pass a little bit instead of just running it, but I guess their game plan was run it. And Freeze in the game held them to just a few points down there in Orlando.
Georgia Southern looked like they partied in Orlando the night before.
They didn't look like they were all running on all 8 cylinders, did they?
They didn't look like themselves. And that's what that's the way these bowl games are. One team shows up to play, other team just goes through the motions. Happened when Georgia played Texas last year. So, everybody, Georgia fans, hoping Georgia shows up and plays in the Sugar Bowl because Baylor's going to show up and play.
Oh, yeah, they're going to be playing.
Yeah, so,
well, Hugh Freeze, the new coach there for Liberty, former coach of Mississippi, there, going from that Division I down a little bit. And with a program that really didn't hardly have any teams lined up. They had to play New Mexico State twice. They were scrambling to find teams to play, but they ended up winning 7 games with a makeshift schedule and team. So Freeze must be a pretty decent coach. Put that ragtag together and come up with 7 wins this year and beat Southern in the bowl game.
That wide receiver they project going to the NFL. What's his name? Golden Daddy or something. He had some kind of cool name, but anyway, he was pretty tough.
Pretty tough, huh?
They couldn't stop him. So.
Yeah, my heart goes out to all the Southern fans out there, including me. That that was one game that I thought was a for sure in for bowl games. I said Southern's going to beat the turkey out of Liberty. I mean, they're just going to run up down the field. They're going to have a good old time, and I'm sitting there. What in the world is going on with these players? When I was listening to it on 105.5 FM.
They were favored, but they didn't show up. So, but I think a lot of people that went down had a good time.
Oh, they had a good time. They had a great crowd there. Southern had a lot of fans there. They had fun, and but they didn't have fun when the game finally ended. They were like, "Oh my Lord, what happened?" Well, they showed up, and Southern didn't. Just like you said with Georgia and Texas last year. Texas showed up. Georgia decided, "No, we're just going to have fun," But I hope Georgia shows up this year. I hope Kirby and the game's got them ready. Supposedly they have, the 4th or 5th best recruiting class so far. Is that correct?
Yeah, they're doing well recruiting-wise. Yeah. They always do well recruiting-wise. I mean, that's what Kirby's known for. He's a great recruiter. So, but you got to win games.
Got to win, baby. Got to win. Speaking of win, baby, the Raiders, if everything goes well with the construction of the new stadium there in Las Vegas, should be the Las Vegas Raiders beginning next August.
Should be an exciting time.
Yeah. Well, I guess if the Raiders, with their wild, in-your-face, pirate type of look and attitude and so forth, is going to go anywhere, Las Vegas would be the town. Okay, they didn't make sense down there in L.A. L.A., the land of fruits and nuts. But Los Angeles, Las Vegas, is known for wild times, partying, having fun, and in-your-face type stuff.
It'll work well for Brent Musburger. He's the voice of the Raiders. He's going to Vegas.
Oh, he is?
He's
Brent's the voice?
Yeah, he's a big-time.
I didn't know that. Good old Brent.
He's a big-time gambler, so he'll do good in Vegas.
Yeah. He had a home there on Skidaway Island for quite a while.
Did he?
Yeah, he lived on Skidaway there. He had a home. I don't know if he lived there full time, but he had a home there on Skidaway Island way back in the 80s, I think.
Good guy, Brent Musburger.
Yeah. Still hanging in there. What is he, like 89 or something, or what is he?
I'm not sure. He's up there.
No, he's 70-something.
But he's still doing well.
Yeah, he's still doing well.
He's the voice of the
I didn't know he was the voice of the Raiders. Yeah. That's on TV or radio?
Radio.
Radio? Okay.
Yeah.
Man, Brent Musburger, voice of the Raiders. Cool. I'll have to see if I can listen to that one day.
He's still very. I like Brent Musburger. I said he goes way back. He did the Georgia Sugar Bowl back when Georgia won the 1980 national championship. He was the guy doing the TV broadcast then.
Well, him and Jimmy the Greek and the other folks had basically the original NFL pregame show on CBS eons ago.
I said I tell that story. I said we had everybody stay in our house in New Orleans when we won the Sugar Bowl, and one of my friends went down and got on the goalpost, got arrested because they arrested like 15, 20 people, got thrown in jail, called my parents. They came and picked him up. So they're driving him back to the house, and my mother's trying to make conversation and says, "Are you okay?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "At least I got to see Brent Musburger." And she says, "Does he need a ride home too?" She didn't know who he was.
Yeah, it kind of humbles the stars sometimes when people say, "Now, who are you? You need a ride home?"
I tell you, he was scared to death. They threw him in a jail cell with murderers and
everything else. Yeah, they threw them all together. Scare him straight, right?
It was. We were looking for him. I said everybody's supposed to meet up in the French Quarter at 2 in the morning and go back to the house, and everybody was there and couldn't find Frito for anything.
Frito's in the clear.
We kept looking, so we finally went
behind
home.
bars.
I said, "Is everything?" My mom said it. I said, "I can't find one of our friends. I don't know where he's at." And then Rita, so he's back in the bedroom. He got thrown in jail because he went down on the field and got on the goalpost.
Here's your sign.
At least he got his, that big old book, Glory. Mm-hmm. He got a full-blown picture of him up there on the goalpost.
Oh, yeah. Well,
so he's kind of famous.
It was worth it then.
Yeah.
It was worth it.
Yeah.
It was worth it, Bob. He got his 15 minutes of fame, and he's still imprinted on books,
That's what I'm saying.
thousands of books from now on.
He lives forever.
Yeah, he lives forever in the memories of Georgia fans as they look at the books. Yeah. Of course, you were beep-bopping down the sideline there yourself, weren't you? You're rolling down.
I was in the press box.
I thought you were on the sidelines.
I had a press box seat. I said
Okay.
I had seat 34. It was this press pass. I still got it in the shape of a Sugar Bowl, but it had number 34. So as soon as I saw that, I knew it was going to be a good day.
It was going to be a good day.
Yeah, and Herschel had a great day.
So. Back when Georgia beat Notre Dame for the national championship back in 1980 is what we're talking about, folks.
The last time we ever won a national championship.
Yeah, and we should have had at least one more, maybe two more since then. Definitely one more since then.
That was
one play away from beating Alabama, and we'd have beat the turkey out of Notre Dame again.
I said we must have had at least 40 people come stay at our house, and they were just
wow, man! They must have been stacked and packed.
Yeah, sleeping bags everywhere, but saved them all that motel.
Oh yeah, motels.
Parents had a great time. Every morning they'd go get coffee and donuts for everybody. So
that's a lot of coffee and donuts.
We had a great time. I said,
let's back truck up here.
Poor old Bill Frito, he got thrown in jail and scared to death, but luckily they bailed him out.
They bailed him out. So what happened? Just pay a fine, send a check back?
Yeah, that's what they did. They told everybody they could, all those students could come back a week later and appear in court, or they could pay a fine, and that no one was coming back to New Orleans to appear in court, so everybody paid the fine.
So he's a criminal for life.
I think they charged them all $250 to get on the goalpost. So pretty stiff fine back in 1980.
Yeah, definitely, because that'd be like $1,000 a day or more.
But I'm just glad my parents were able to go down there and bail him out, because like I said, he was scared. I mean, they didn't throw him in a cell. He was in there with everybody.
He was in there with everybody.
There's some bad criminals in the city of New Orleans.
All those guys that hang around the dark alleys in New Orleans.
But every time I think of Brent Musburger, that's what I think about, like I said, because he said...
You got to see him. Yep.
He said he saw Brent Musburger walk by when everybody was handcuffed, and my poor mother didn't know who she was. She said, "Does he need a ride too? Does he need a ride on too?"
No, Mom, I think he's got a ride.
I think he's getting in a limo. I think he's good to go. CBS is taking care of him.
Yes, sir.
But I like Brent Musburger. I always liked Brent Musburger. I remember him. They did NFL. I was reading, got a book. Jerry Rice put out a big book on history in NFL, and there's a big chapter about the NFL today, how CBS put NFL, they had Jimmy the Greek and Brent Musburger, Herb Cross, and Phyllis George, and that was one of the main shows that started everything.
Never knows how many times.
So that was, I still remember watching that show as a kid. Religiously.
Yeah, well, Jimmy the Greek learned that you do not give quotes to the press when you've had a lot to drink. Right. That's what did him in. He answered a question. He answered it as honestly as he thought he could. And back then, things weren't as PC as they are today. Today, he'd have been probably hung up and roasted, Right. Because back then, it was just, things weren't very PC. But he still got fired, but today, oh man, they don't run him out of the country, Bob.
Is he still living, or is he passed?
I think Jimmy the Greek died several years ago.
Can't remember.
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah,
I just don't remember.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. Well, we had the cash can was not found over the weekend, which surprises the turkey out of me and Matt, because the clues that we gave on Thursday and Friday, we thought just honed it right in there. I mean, we just so we gave out another clue this morning, right before local news as normal. And I understand from reports there's lots and lots of folks looking for it right now.
I'm sure there are.
There are lots and lots of folks looking for it right now. That clue this morning even honed it in more.
Saturday was a good day. I went walking down McMillan Creek. There are a lot of people down there looking for it down there.
Were there? Yeah, it's somewhere around the Jesup area. Yeah, I'm not giving anything away because it's already in one of the clues that... the first 3 weeks' clues are posted on our website at bigdogcountry.com. And all you got to do is just click on Cash Can, and it's got the first 3 weeks' clues. It's got the rules and regulations. And just be careful as they're hunting out there today because it's pretty wet. I mean, I can't remember the last time we've had rain for over 24 hours. It's been a while since we've had rain for over 24 hours straight.
Been miserable.
Said Jimmy the Greek died in 1996.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been not so long ago we forgot he died. Yeah, but that was a very entertaining show. Of course, Jimmy the Greek, known for his placing the lines on everything. Back before betting was really accepted like it is today. I mean, today, you even got Terry Bradshaw on NFL, Fox on NFL on Sundays. He's got a little thing going there with the lines and stuff like that. And I was really surprised that CBS did that way back then. But, Jimmy the Greek would say, well, the Raiders are favored by 3 and blah. He'd give the whole betting thing there.
The whole betting thing. Yep. And Herb Cross was a former player.
Right.
So he was on TV. So.
And Brent Musburger was the broadcaster.
Yeah. Yep. And Phyllis George was the eye candy. So it was all good.
It's kind of like you are here, Bob. You're the eye candy.
I wish.
Well, you're on video right now on BigDogCountry.com. The Butch and Bob Show was sent down BigDogCountry.com. Not only the audio, but the video, too. All right, they say Brent is 80 years old.
80 years old.
I knew he was on up there. Yes, sir. 80 years old and still there flapping his jaws, broadcasting away.
Still does a good job. I just like listening to him. Yeah. He does a good job. But I used to love, CBS. Saturday Night Live used to do it. They used to imitate.
Oh, they used to imitate Brent?
And that was the big thing. Check it out on CBS.
That'd be like Howard Stern when the program never said it's NBC. It's NBC.
But Brent's still going strong. 80 years old.
80 years old, still broadcasting football games.
It's kind of like Dick Vitale. I can't remember how old Dick was.
I know Dick does a great job with
he's still going.
With the basketball.
Yeah, he's still got. Yeah.
What's his catchphrase? You have 80 or something like that?
He's got several.
Yeah. What's happening, baby? He's babies in several of his catchphrases on Dick. And what's the other basketball broadcaster that was kind of shunned there for a while because of some charges, but then he came back and has been doing very well in basketball play-by-play? Mark Albert. Yeah.
Marv Albert.
Marv Albert. Yeah. Yeah. He was a great basketball announcer, and then he got in a situation there where he had some charges against him, and then he came back, and he's been doing well ever since. Yeah. So, a lot of good broadcasters out there, way on up there in age, Bob. Yeah. People say, why don't they retire? Well, they don't retire because they're in the media. They have to continue to work. Even at national level, local level, you have to continue to work until they just pry your hands away from the board when you turn stiff and take you away.
It's a good gig if you can get it. So it's good stuff.
Yeah. But it's going to be interesting to see how the Raiders do in Las Vegas. because Las Vegas is not really known as a hometown. It's transient, people in and out, working, visiting, that kind of stuff. Will they be able to get that base of fans that will want to buy the season tickets that live there to be able, that's the worry there. But I guess they feel comfortable they're going to be able to somewhat fill that stadium up.
Just kind of hate to see the Raiders move out of that Oakland area. I said the black hole was always
but they were gone for 12 years down in L.A. Came back. But that stadium, the city of Oakland says, no, we're not going to redo the stadium for you or build you a new stadium. And they're playing in something that's old and rusted and ancient and, falling apart. And so the Oakland citizens have said, well, we love you, but we ain't going to pay any more money in taxes to help build you a new stadium. So bye-bye. We'll just keep up with you. We kept up with you when you were in Los Angeles. We'll keep up with you when you're in Las Vegas.
Poor Al Davis probably rolling over in his grave. He probably hates to see that. I don't know why his sons don't step up and buy the stadium. They got plenty of money. So
because of the sweet deal that they're getting from Vegas. That's why.
I guess.
Yeah.
Well, be interesting how it all goes.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see how it goes. I haven't even seen an artist rendition of the stadium there in Las Vegas. Have you?
I have not.
Yeah.
No.
They better hope the Hoover Dam never breaks, because if that river ever breaks over there, they're not going to have any water in Las Vegas. Because that's where they get all their water from, is that reservoir over there.
Big news over the weekend. It appears that both the Falcons and the Jaguars are going to keep their head coaches. So that's kind of surprising.
Yeah.
Dan Quinn's doing enough down the stretch to,
he's kind of secured his place after down the stretch here.
The Jaguar owner apparently wants Doug Marrone to hang around. They're blaming everything on Coughlin, so they got rid of Coughlin. So they think that'll be a remedy.
There's always a scapegoat, Bob. Coughlin was it.
Well, he fined all those players.
Yeah, no one wanted to work. No one wanted to play for him.
They had to pay it all back.
Yep. So it'll be interesting to see what the Jags do and the Falcons do in the offseason to shore up their defense, offense, and get things ready for the 2020 season.
I can't wait to see what the Jaguars do with Nick Foles, that major contract.
I can't believe they paid him that much money. I really can't.
They owe him $55 million guaranteed.
$55 million.
The question is, are they going to release him, cut him, keep him? I mean, that's the big question in Jacksonville. What are they going to do with him?
What are we going to do with Nick? I don't know. What do you want to do with him? I don't know. Let's flip a coin.
Doesn't look like they gave him much time. I mean, they paid him $55 million guaranteed. He played the first game, got hurt, then came back and played one more game, and they benched him. So they paid him $55 million to play 2 games.
Boy, that's a sweet deal, Bob.
That's a sweet deal.
I love that kind of deal. Yeah. Reckon we can get something like that.
Nick Foles and his wife are laughing all the way to the bank.
Everybody's talking about the demise of the New England Patriots, but they've only lost 3 games all season or something like that. They're still going to win their division, still getting the playoffs. I mean, the way that you read some of these sports articles, it's like they're 8-7 or something like that, but they're not. They're still got those just 3 losses or something like that.
And Brady's still Brady.
Yeah, and everybody said, well, maybe he'll be a Charger next year, or will he stay in New England? There's a big talk about him.
Bob Kraft, as long as Brady says he can play, he'll be in New England.
He'll be in New England.
Right.
Okay, Bob. Take it to the bank,
Bob
folks.
Kraft ain't letting Brady walk out the door, I promise you.
Well, who are they going to replace him with? That's the thing about it is you think about all these quarterbacks that play in college, thousands of them, okay? And you only got, only the cream of the cream, the very best get to drafted or hired in the NFL, and only just a few of those really make it to the premier level. That shows you how difficult playing professional sports is.
Maybe Jerry Jones will call Tom Brady and give him $80 million to come play 1 year with the Cowboys.
Jerry usually likes to flap his jaws after the games. He just snuck out yesterday after losing to Philadelphia. I mean, the problem with Dallas Cowboys is Jerry Jones. He just needs to stay. He needs to let hire a general manager that's the best in the business, a good coach that's best in the business, and just sit back and let them run it. If he'd have done that back in the early 90s, they probably had 2 or 3 more Super Bowl rings when Johnson was there.
Yeah, Jerry Jones is the problem, but the problem he's got right now is he loves Jason Garrett like a son, and he doesn't want to fire him, but everybody in the world's telling him he needs to fire him. So after losing yesterday, I think Jerry Jones is probably going to bite the bullet, get rid of Jason Garrett at the end of the year, and go get Urban Meyer to come in and coach the team. That's the big story in Dallas.
Well, is Urban physically up to coaching?
Urban Meyer has stated publicly on TV that he'll take that job.
He'd take that job.
Right. He's already been seen in Washington. The owner of the Washington Redskins are talking possibly going there because he's got several former Ohio State players playing for Washington, but Jerry Jones is going to roll out the pocketbook, get Urban Meyer to come coach the Cowboys next year. You'll see that as soon as next week's game's over.
Okay.
Because they're going to fire Jason Garrett.
He's out of there.
He's out of there. As bad as Jerry Jones
He's
used
already
to do.
packing his bags.
Jerry Jones, but that's the problem. Jerry Jones loves Jason Garrett like a son.
Well, Jerry Jones loves Jerry Jones most.
Right. The reason he likes Jason Garrett is because Jerry Jones gets to coach the teams.
Yes.
He didn't get to coach the team when Jimmy Johnson was coaching or Bill Parcells was coaching.
No.
As long as Jason Garrett's there, he's pretty much coaching the team and doing what he wants to do. So
Here you've got America's team, all that kind of stuff, and you know they haven't won squat in eons. You know, it's because of Jerry. He just, like I said, hire you can afford it. Hire the best and just sit back and just smile all the way to the Super Bowl.
There's so much talent on that team.
Yeah,
and they should have won that game yesterday against Philadelphia. So I think Jerry Jones has finally seen the light that he's going to have to say goodbye to Jason Garrett.
Well, Bob, we were talking about the rain a little while ago. It should continue to kind of rain on and off throughout the day, decreasing as the day goes along. But then tonight it increases back up to 60%. And then tomorrow, 30% in the morning. And then tomorrow's one of those days as the day goes along, it'll get better. And by tomorrow night, clear skies. And then so good-looking weather for Christmas Eve. So Santa will have a great weather in South Georgia here for tomorrow night on Christmas Eve. And then Christmas Day, beautiful, sunny. High of around 65 degrees.
Good.
Yeah. So the weather's moving out before Santa has to come in tomorrow night.
Sounds good.
The rainy weather.
Hard to believe Christmas is here, but it's here.
It's here. Yes, sirree. I gave my grandsons their Christmas gifts yesterday, which shocked everybody. It's a Christmas miracle. Their granddaddy actually gave them their Christmas gifts before Christmas. It's usually afterwards. Or I'm on Christmas Eve texting my daughter-in-law Mandy saying, "All right, what do the boys need?" But I went ahead and got them and gave them their gifts yesterday because they've got when you got parents and grandparents on both sides and 4 youngins and that kind of stuff. There's a lot of family commitment, so I went ahead and gave them their gifts yesterday, and they were all excited. They were all smiling from ear to ear. They are something else. My 4 grandsons, with one on the way. Yeah, in first part of April, end of March, 1st of April, should have my 5th grandson from Matt and Mandy. They got a basketball team. In a few months, in a couple months from now, about 3 months from now, 4 months from now, they'll have a basketball team. Bob.
There you go.
Yes, sir. And so we're wishing everybody a big, a Merry Christmas out there as you spend time with your family and friends. Be safe, have fun. Remember the reason for the season. And, a lot of churches around here are having Christmas Eve services, and many of them had special services yesterday. And just remember the reason for the season. But then, of course, have fun with the Santa and the gifts and around the tree and I'd say don't eat too much, but, I guess we have carte blanche to eat as much as we want between now and New Year's Day, right? All the diets begin on the Monday after New Year's, right?
After New Year's.
Yeah. But we're wishing everyone the best. We thank you so much for listening to WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio. We appreciate you making us your favorite radio station and tune in every day to hear the music, to hear the local news and sports, news from Fox News Radio, Georgia News Network, birthday calendars, announcements for the area businesses, and we're just thankful to be part of your life. And what does it say on your T-shirt there? Mary what?
It says Mary Fitness.
Mary Fitness? Oh, man. Yeah, you got somebody sitting there holding barbells up on. Yeah, yes, sir. So is that your goal this year, Bob? Is to
as soon as the first of the year hits.
As soon as the first year. As soon as that first of the year gets here, I'm going on diet, going to exercise. Yeah, and that'll last 3 weeks, 4 weeks, maybe a month. But we all have those great. You go to the discount stores and they'll have after all the Christmas stuff is down, they'll put out all the organizers, all the different containers and file boxes and all that because everybody wants to get organized at the end of the year. They put everything away in boxes and containers and put it away and try to start that year off on the right foot. But Bob, we do wish you, your family, the very best this Christmas and Happy New Year. And look forward to continuing the Butch and Bob Show. January 2nd. January 2nd, we'll be back with the next Butch and Bob Show.
Yep. Merry Christmas.
All right. And it says, Happy Holidays, and thank you for reporting our local news. Somebody just text that in. So, Bob, that's a good way to end the Butch and Bob Show for this year. All right, WIFO FM in Jesup, 105.5 on your FM dial, Big Dog Country Radio. Hope you're out there trying to find that Georgia Dermatology and Big Dog Country cash can. Is still out there, apparently, which surprises everyone here at the station, or surprises me and Matt, because we're the only two folks who know where it's at.
The world famous Butch and Bob Show.